Hello everyone, my name's David Edgar, I'm the host of Heart and Hand, the Rangers podcast, and I'm joining you today after Rangers recorded what feels like a rare thing lately, the routine victory up north. We went to the Highlands to take on Ross County, which kind of felt like the scene of the crime after our last match up there, that particularly painful defeat at the end of last season. But Rangers today were never in any danger of dropping the points. We started off with just one change, no wonder, from the side that played the other night, with Connor Barron coming in to the midfield in place of Modi Amandi. And it didn't take long before Hamza Igaman showed the difference that he's been making to the team over the last 2 weeks with a brilliant opening goal. He's a strike from just outside the box after a few minutes. It takes a nick off a defender, but I'm not sure it wasn't travelling towards the top corner anyway, and goes in. You know, he just brings something, doesn't he? He just brings a spark. His movement's great. He takes people on and he links up really well with Danilo, and it's been a pleasure to watch. After that, Rangers, I thought, were in control the opening 15 minutes. Ross County had a couple of long-range efforts, including a deflection of their own that Jack Butland made a great save from. He almost got himself into trouble, though, trying to play out, trying to dribble out. And then the Ross County goalkeeper must have seen that and thought, well, I'll go one better, Jack Hamilton. He tries to play out, but he's brilliantly closed down by Danilo. He's still got a lot to do. He closes it down, but then from a tight angle makes a finish. You've seen people miss those ones before, but not in this instance, and it's 2-0 at half-time. Ross County threatened at the start of the second half with a couple of set pieces, a couple of corners, and forced one terrific save from Jack Butland. An absolutely brilliant stop where really he's not right to be getting to it. But after that, I thought in the last half hour, Rangers asserted control of the game, saw out, if you like, the Ross County attempt at a recovery, and were rewarded with a goal not long before the end when James Tavernier to a loose ball in the edge of the box, outside of the foot, driven into the corner. A brilliant finish, lovely pleasing arc on it as it goes into the net. So look, Rangers should be winning these matches. The problem is that we haven't been. And Rangers should be winning matches like that, where we don't need to be brilliant to win the match. We just should be better than the level of opposition we're up against. You know what you're going to get. They're going to be physical. They're going to be in your face. You need to stand up to that. You need to show quality in the final third. And Rangers did that today. And, you know, sometimes Rangers fans get picked up on for, oh, you know, you want the impossible. You know, you're always going on about this and that and the other. No, we want to see our team play the way that they could and should be playing. And we've seen that the last few weeks. The manager is introduced and deserves credit for it. I've been quick to criticise him, but he deserves praise for putting in extra attacker. Danilo and Hadji and Igaman have offered so much more to us in the attacking third because their movement makes it difficult for teams to know exactly what we're going to do. We were far too predictable. That's 14 goals in the last 4 games. It's not coincidence when you think Rangers were going along at a goal a game up to that point. It's because we're offering a lot more. And those players continue to be very important for us. Now, we'll be without 2 of them on Thursday night, against Tottenham Hotspur. We'll be without Hadji and Danilo, who are not in the Euro squad, but they both have to play in the Cup final next week. And to be honest, maybe having a wee rest on Thursday night might not be the worst thing for them. But at the moment, this Rangers team is looking hungry. It's looking a bit more confident. The real test comes in the next 2 matches, as we know. But after what felt like a real low point against Dundee United, and hopefully will prove to be the lowest point of the season and the one from which we started to recover. I think that the response has been excellent. It's been everything that we've asked for from the team. They still make mistakes, still not perfect. I mean, the idea that we were suddenly going to go from being a side who were capable of playing like that, and unfortunately playing like that regularly, to being world beaters in a couple of weeks is unlikely. But they have improved, and they're now looking much more like the side that I think we've got a right to expect playing for Rangers. And let's not forget, a side with a bigger budget than the other 10 teams in the SPFL. So Thursday night against Tottenham, it's going to be a very tough game. They're a very decent side. We know they've not got their troubles to seek themselves domestically, but they still have players that cost more than every player in Scottish football combined. And then the cup final. And those are the real big tests. But looking as though we'd be going into it in a real low, we are going into it in a fairly decent frame of mind. We're going into it with some good players playing well, some key performers playing well, and I'd want to pick out John Souttar again, who the last month or so has been absolutely terrific and holding things together at times, but he's now been partnered by Balogun, Jefte and Tav, who again I've been critical of, but since he was rested, he's been excellent. And look, maybe every player needs to know that there's no guarantees about their place. It certainly seems to have done him the world of good. But right, thank you very much for listening to me. We'll be back full in-depth coverage of this match tomorrow night on Heart and Hand. Anywhere you get your podcast, but if you want even more, we'll go into it in a lot more depth and we'll preview the matches. We've got historic matches against Tottenham. We've got interviews with Tottenham experts. We've got in-depth coverage of all of that on our Patreon site, patreon.com/Heart and Hand. So until Thursday night when I'll be at Ibrox, take care everyone. Have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.